Lin Feng's voice fell, and the entire martial arts field suddenly became quiet. Lin Feng, take the initiative to challenge Lin Yun? Even Lin Hai was stunned, looking at his son in amazement. As for the elder who got up and was about to leave, he sat down again and looked at Lin Feng with great interest. And Lin Houran smiled grimly. At this moment, he was holding back a wave of anger. He didn't expect that this trash would take the initiative to find his son Lin Yun. Lin Yun, promise him. Lin Houran's eyes fell on Lin Yun, and he gave him a meaningful look. Lin Yun looked at Lin Feng, and he felt insulted. Among the children of the family, his talent could only be considered ordinary, but he could find pride in front of Lin Feng, so every time he saw Lin Feng, he was always happy to ridicule twice, but it was Lin Feng, the most trash of the younger generation of the family, who said that he would challenge him at this moment, which undoubtedly made Lin Yun look pale. If you can take my 3 moves, I won't take any more shots. Lin Yun walked out, and he would use the cruelest means to defeat Lin Feng to let him understand how useless he was. If you can take my punch, I will lose. Lin Feng shook his head and said indifferently. This indifferent tone made Lin Yun's face instantly gloomy, as if he really even punched Lin Feng. Can't take it. The crowd was also stunned for a while, and looked at Lin Feng speechlessly. This guy probably had a broken head, and he even uttered wild words. No matter how beautiful a trash says, he is still trash after all. Only a trash like you can do it. Lin Yun laughed. Lin Feng smiled, he was using his words to his advantage? It seems that he only said one sentence. I've shot. Lin Feng didn't want to talk nonsense with the other party. The voice fell, his body was facing forward, his fist was slowly raised, and then he waved towards Lin Yun. 1 punch. A cruel flash flashed in Lin Yun's eyes. He didn't retreat, but he also waved his fist. He wanted to let Lin Feng know how big the gap was. The air suddenly trembled, and a tyrannical wave suddenly appeared on Lin Feng's fist. The fists were hunting vigorously, and the crowd saw a wave crazily pressing towards Lin Yun. 9 waves of martial arts. Lin Yun's complexion suddenly changed, because he felt how strong the oppressive force was, but it was too late to back down at this moment. His fists collided, Lin Yun only felt a fierce wave pressing on him through his fist, a wave. Stronger than a wave, there is no end. Pfft. With a muffled groan, Lin Yun's body flew out, making everyone's eyes freeze there. This scene is very similar to the battle between Lin Hai and Lin Ba Dao just now. Lin Yun, without the slightest resistance, only punched, was blasted out. Lin Houran stood up and stared blankly at Lin Yun, who fell to the ground. How is it possible? How is it possible? Lin Yun's eyes were also dull, unable to accept this cruel fact. The crowd heard Lin Yun's voice and suddenly heard what Lin Feng said just now. You open your mouth and shut your mouth and say I'm a waste. I want to ask, if one day you find that you are worse than me, how can you get off the stage yourself? The facts in front of him undoubtedly proved the unyielding proud words of the young man. Is this still the useless young master of the Lin family? Looking at Lin Feng, the crowd suddenly came up with an idea, to be able to fly Lin Yun with a punch, at least with a strength of more than 6,000 pounds. You keep saying that I'm a waste, and now you can't even take a punch from me, so what are you? Lin Feng said sarcastically, looking at the vicious gaze that Lin Yun shot at him. And you, as an elder, you have always kept the word trash on your lips. Now that your son was beaten by me with 1 punch, if you call me trash, are you also talking about your son trash? Raising his head, Lin Feng took another look at Lin Houran and said, It's just the 6th level of Qi Wujing, is it enough to show off your power here? Lin Houran was pointed and scolded by his juniors, his face was extremely ugly. It's not a show of strength, it's just giving me back what your father and son gave me. Lin Feng didn't want to say more, turned around and left, saying, Those who humiliate others will be humiliated forever. Those who humiliate people, people will humiliate them forever. Lin Hai murmured, a glint of light flashed in his smiling eyes. His own son has really changed, and he can still say such philosophical words. Lin Feng returned to his room in the courtyard and began to practice again. Defeating Lin Yun, who was at the 5th level of Qi Wujing, was not enough to make him proud. Lin Heng, who beat him before and threw him out of the sect, was much more talented than Lin Yun. It was a martial artist at the 8th level of Qi Wujing, as well as Lin Badao's sons and daughters, who were much more talented than Lin Yun, especially Lin Badao's daughter Lin Qian, who was said to have reached the 9th level of Qi Wujing. There are still 3 months before the annual meeting. By that time, the children of the family who practiced in the sect will come back. If they don't improve their cultivation as soon as possible, the next time he will be humiliated will be Lin Feng. Cultivation has no time, and a martial artist spends the fastest time cultivating. For a martial artist who can absorb the vitality of heaven and earth, there will be no problem without eating for 10 days. The vitality of heaven and earth is the purest essence. 10 days passed, and Lin Feng finally walked out of his room and exhaled a long breath. In 10 days, he had reached the peak of the 6th level of Qi Wujing, and he could step into the 7th layer of Qi Wujing in just one breath. Raising his footsteps, Lin Feng came to his father Lin Hai's room. "Xiao Feng, isn't it bad to practice at home? Why do you have to go back to the sect?" Lin Hai was a little worried when he heard Lin Feng say that he was going to go back to the sect. "Father, some things are unavoidable. If I hide at home and cultivate, my father always protects me. How can I grow up and become a martial arts expert?" Lin Feng's eyes showed a determination. The power of the sect is stronger than the Lin family. Too many. There are powerful martial arts, and fierce competition. Only in the sect, he can grow faster. Seeing the perseverance in Lin Feng's eyes, Lin Hai sighed in his heart. His son has really grown up. Yes, just staying at home and being sheltered by him is the behavior of a cowardly person. How can he become a strong martial artist? Yu read the book www.yukanshu.com is just the heart of the world's parents, but from his point of view, it is a bit reluctant. Since you insist on going back to the sect, your father won't stop you, but you must pay attention to your own safety. Lin Hai nodded and compromised. "Don't worry, father, I will work hard to cultivate and trample them all under my feet." Lin Feng's words revealed strong self-confidence. With the dark martial arts, he cultivated many times faster than ordinary people, and his comprehension ability became stronger. With a persistent heart, he has reason to believe that he is no worse than those so-called geniuses. Lin Feng didn't bring too many things: a horse of snow, a bag of dry food, and some silver taels. "Father, I'm leaving." Outside the city of Yangzhou, Lin Feng said, looking at his sending father. "Well, be careful." Lin Hai nodded, and then Lin Feng walked on horseback. Zhenli Shui instantly turned into a white cloud, and disappeared outside Yangzhou city in a short time. The vast land stretched as far as the eye could see. Lin Feng rode on a horse and galloped between the heavens and the earth. Immediately, a passion grew in his heart, and he was very ambitious. In the previous life, Lin Feng liked martial arts, yearning for knights to sing on horses, and travel the world with swords. I didn't expect that in this life, he would also have the opportunity to ride alone and enjoy the world. A pot of turbid wine, a song of love, and a lifetime of insolence. Heroes travel the world with their swords, and their pride treads blood and dyes the sky. This life is destined to not be ordinary. This life is destined to be vigorous.